Hello, this is Anthony. Let's walk and talk. So today we are we've been walking through on this little path through the jungle to this little pond coming up here. It's a beautiful pond. And we're going to do our little talk here today. I thought, while we're doing this little talk, we might even take a walk across these stones and see if I can keep myself above water. So what we're going to talk about today is we're going to talk about what is success? Really, what is success? Now, this might seem a little abstract in terms of the title, but I think it's an important thing to understand. And the reason that it's important to understand is because by understanding self, you begin to evolve your view of things such as success. What is success? What it looks like for you. But the problem is that with success, you always have this situation where you have expectations from different classes that almost can conflict or not align with what you view as success. What do I mean by that? Well, first off, let's talk about some of the classes of things that can influence people's view of success. First off, you have societal success. Societal success is that success where we take what we view as the best and most successful people, such as actors and politicians and CEOs, and we take their life and we take how much money they make and what their family looks like and all of these things. We take all of these things and we put these people on a pedestal. And when we put these people on a pedestal, we immediately start viewing them as, well, success looks like that. And the problem is that when we start considering that, we don't consider that level of success isn't necessarily attainable for everyone. And I say that because when you look at each one of these factors, like, athletes and billionaires in this, what most people don't understand is that this is a specific talent that each one of these people has that is just different than everybody else. And that could be physical, that could be mental, that could be educational, that could be anything. And the problem is that when we see beings and they have what we consider this massive amount of success, then we immediately start judging ourselves and saying that they're happy and that's the road to success. However, all the studies show, this is the psychology around it, that people generally who have great amounts of wealth are some of the most unhappy people in the world. So if that's the case, then why would we continue to prop up that attaining an acquisition, especially massive amounts, is going to somehow make you happy? It's not. That's the issue. After that, we have what I would call familial or family success. The things that your family would project on you that they feel like is successful, either based on their life or based on what they wanted for your life. And the problem you run in with that is when you start to really explore self and what's important to you, what really looks like success for you may not look like success to your family. And the issue you run into then with that is there's a projection onto you based on experiences and views of the family that now can create, again, situations where there becomes strife in the family, which then becomes dissent in the family, and then post-dissent, then obviously it affects someone's happiness. After that, you have relationship success. And what's that look like? Well, relationship success can be a whole nother beast in and of itself. And why do I say that? I say that because even if you have the ability to know thyself, and understand what you are happy with, what is your passion, and what you view as success, and you can move past the views of societal success and familiar success, well, then you run into relationship success. And the reason that one is so much more difficult is because a lot of times what defines relationship success isn't that one person's successful and the other one goes for the ride. No, it's quite the contrary. Because you can get into a relationship where, one partner goes out and does their passion and provides, and the other person's willing to just go along and accept the rewards that come with it. However, the problem is that then the actual relationship takes a toll. And there's a cost to that. And that can also create strife and unhappiness. You see, the issue with relationship success is most people don't view, when they view a partner, as, is this someone that I am going to build with? They say, I'm building this. Would you like to join me? You see, and for me, and on my journey, the things that I've discovered is that tends to become an issue later and can become a mistake. And the reason why is because it opens up the opportunity that when one person's out doing their passion, that the other person potentially isn't getting to enjoy their passion. And when the other person isn't getting to enjoy their passion, it's going to create unhappiness for them. And then when they become unhappy, the person who's doing their passion starts to become a little more resentful in some ways, because they don't feel like the other person is happy and providing them with peace. And then on top of that, the person who's unhappy begins to be resentful because they view the partner that's successful in having their passion as having the ability to live their passion, and while they're not. So, again, to me, that's where, finding a partner who has common desires and goals and an agreement and belief in what the two people view as success looks like when they come together, it allows them then the opportunity to grow together, to create together, and to be happy together. And not just one person or in a selfish way. And then the final one is the friend archetype, or the success with friends. That one's a little bit easier at times because, friend groups can come and go. But what generally happens and what that looks like is, your friends all have jobs. Maybe you have a job with your friend, but the problem you run into is maybe one friend makes more money, or a couple make more money, one makes less. You want to get together to do things. Then one friend feels left out, or they can't participate in the same manner because of, maybe their financial goals and what they're trying to accomplish in life. And that's where more strife can happen. So you see, the long and the short of our discussion today is really about, what is success? You see, for me on my journey, what I now understand for self, and it's important for me to understand that, for me on the journey, is that for me, I know what success looks like for me. I've gotten to a point where, for me, I don't care what other people think in terms of my idea and belief in success. That's family, that's friends, that's potentially a partner in the future, and that's society. I know what success looks like for me, and when I reach that level, that helps me to feel fulfilled in my, in terms of trying to attain a goal. Okay? But again, remember, success being very individual, it's also important to understand that that's not where happiness comes from. And what success does is success allows a venue for you to help increase your happiness, but not be your happiness. And what I mean by that is this: it's always important to remember, one of the things that creates success is ego. Now, understanding that everybody has ego, and as much as you can tried to purge and integrate ego, it will be part of the journey for your life. So it is important to learn and understand how to see, understand, and accept ego, and then balance ego with consciousness. And once you're able to do that, then when you achieve things, the achievement won't be your happiness. When you achieve things, then the achievement can become things that fulfill you and that you're passionate about. And that when you start to look at success, you can start looking at it in a more conscious way where it's not a place of trying to compete or compare, but it's a place of internal personal fulfillment. But what say you? How do you feel about that? How do you feel about what success is? What do you think success is? As always, if you enjoy this content, please like, share, and subscribe. I am truly grateful. Until I talk to you again, peace, love, light. Hope you have the most amazing day.